I played this in Brighton. Everyone was in dance hall being like, what are you playing? And then it drops in. Yeah, you got this. About 10 minutes, yeah.
You can. When you're doing your thing, we're going to set it up. It's going to be like that. So you kiss me. When you kiss me.
Isn't it?
When you kiss me.
Max, Michael.
When you kiss me. When you kiss me.
Isn't it?
When you kiss me. When you kiss me.
Isn't it?
When you kiss me.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's myself, Zefer, Reprezent Radio. If you're new to the show, I bring the finest UK garage vibes every single month. And every time I come on the show, of course, we bring a few special guests with us. Always bringing on the best DJs and the best MCs to show exactly what they're all about. And for tonight's show, we have not one, not two, but 3 acts in the studio with us today. So first off, all the way from Dublin, we've got Mango and Mathman. So as I'm sure you just heard, they're currently with the studio with us right now. They're on their Quiet Life tour here in London for a headline show in Shoreditch, alongside a few friends of the show as well. Now these two are joined by a couple of DJs from my label Steppers Club. One of them goes by the name of Sam Deeley, fresh off the back of his single Where's the Noise, which just dropped the other week. And finally, last but not least, we've got the only man in garage with a worse hairline than me. It's Minista. Well, you know the duo. It's myself, Zefer, on Reprezent Radio. We're going to be getting into an interview very shortly. Guest mixes, freestyles, and of course the return of Lyric or Lie. Got all that coming up. Keep it locked. Right. Now this one I'm about to bring in is a very special tune because it is Smokey Bubbling B's first ever vocal track. Just about to come out. Check it.
For the culture, that's why we do this. Getting ready for a night out, all we'd have in the CD players, EZ or Heartless. Walking into main arena, function one sound system pumping. MC's asking who wants to rewind after 4 bars of Are You Sleeping? The crowd going crazy, horns and whistles blowing. Ladies looking hot, crazy mosh, Patrick Cox in the gel down French crop. Garage music was at the forefront, from pirates to mainstream. It was, still is, and always will be our scene, and nothing can come in between. For the culture. For the culture. For the culture.
Isn't it?
Ready for the bacchanal. Virgie, I come with one here, got the chemical. We would laugh and joke, but do what take was simple. Cause certain things we take personal. Ready for the bacchanal. Virgie, I come with one here, got the chemical. We would laugh and joke, but do what take was simple. Cause certain things we take personal. They must check, say we are friend, they must check, say we are spar. Come up on me face, so them ready for the war. Pull it from a punk and them acting bazaar. Bad like a lion, now I time for it. Bring water to the table, just like Escobar. Smoking out fools like one big cigar. Virgie in the area, we you think you want pass it on, no mess around, cause we will take this far.
Some a ball while some of them all are. Sight them a come and message a like scanners in a army a man. Fi protect we border. Tactically place MC on every corner. Me and the bad man, guard the barrier. Virgie, ambush them with the fire. When Virgie a come, I bring the paper. You know say we are like our. Yo, some a ball while some of them all are. Sight them a come and message a like scanners in a army a man. Fi protect we border. Tactically place MC on every. Me and the bad man, guard the Virgie, ambush them with Virgie. I bring the paper. You know say we are like our. Yo.
This is what you need. This is what you need. This is what you need. 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 This is what you need. This is what you need. This is what you need.
Testing. I can hear myself. That's a good start. Well, we're going to get into an interview with the first guest that we've got on the show today. Now, the first guest that I've got with me in the studio today go by the names Mathman and Mango. Now, these guys have come here today all the way from Dublin in Ireland, which is obviously a very long way to come for my little show on Reprezent. But yeah, the Irish MC producer duo are currently on tour celebrating their recent album, The Quiet Life, which released a couple of weeks ago. It's a really impressive body of work. which a big range of sounds on it, including garage cuts, Like You, Rock and Roller, Heartbreaks, and Promises and Vibes featuring the legend MC Creed. So lads, how are we doing? It's good to have you on the show.
Yes, Zefer, what's happening, brother? Dublin City are in the gap.
Now, the album is brilliant. I've been listening to it this week. Obviously, in the build-up to this, I wanted to familiarise myself with the project. So yeah, how's the reception been? It's been out for a couple of weeks now.
Yeah, it's banging, bro. I mean, we started off with a tune called Vibes. We dropped an album, took some time away, coronavirus thing happened, blah blah blah, and then we came back in, and first tune back was a pumper with Nickel and MC Creed, so we were from Nickel. No
swearing because it's radio. But it's alright, we can edit that out, don't we?
That's my Irish language excuse. That was an Irish word. If Ofcom listening, that's it. I'll spy.
Yeah, you're giving Irish people a bad name on British radio. Come on, you're better than this.
Say no more.
Yeah, we came through with the big bumper with MC Creed, and then Heartbreaks and Promises, and then dropped the tape. So yeah, it's been magic, man. It's been really magic. Yeah.
How did the link up with Creed come about then?
Oh, well, that's all you, man.
He's actually a good friend with my uncle. So
really?
Yeah, my uncle used to spit with him back in the day. He used to work the doors of Ministry of Sound. He was a bouncer, and he ended up being a fairly close friend with Creed. So over the years, he always said to me, if you ever want to do something with Creed, let me know. And we always thought about it, but we never had the right track to work with Creed, because we were doing some other stuff before The Quiet Life, or what The Quiet Life actually became sonically. Right. So we had this track and was like, you know what, Creed would sound amazing on that. So via my uncle, we linked to Creed. Creed said, look,
Tino.
Big Uncle Tino, say, what's going on, brother? So we linked with Creed. Creed was like, listen, let me hear the record. If I like it, we can do it. If not, I gotta move on. Heard the record, loved it. Was like, let's do it. So London and Dublin linked up for Vibes, man.
That's huge, man. I'd love to see that. Now, given I've seen this project, it's obviously been in the works for a long time. How rewarding has it been, obviously, going out and playing this to your fans? Because obviously you guys have been on tour now for a couple of weeks, is that right?
That's right, yeah. I mean, that's the payoff, isn't it? The payoff is really getting out there in front of people, playing your music, and giving it to them, man. Like our bread and butter really is the live performance.
Yeah.
It's the live show. That's where we feel at home most comfortable, and it's great to just be in front of people again after 2 years of doing nothing.
Yeah, of course.
That's what we love doing. Like, it's like everybody's just glad to be back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. How is that then? Obviously, trying to, giving live performances are obviously such a strong, part of, particularly your guys' artistry, with obviously the DJ MC combination, like trying to continue to work on that artistry throughout lockdown. Like, what was that like? I mean, I know the answer's going to be terrible, but
you probably went through it as well. Like anybody creative or has any sort of artistic output, you had to dig a little deeper. Yeah. Probably during those times, because it was dark, it was heavy.
Yeah.
But I think the fruits of all of that labour we're starting to see now with the tour, with the release of the record, and we're just moving on from it, man. I think we all have to move on from it, because we're all sick of it.
We've had quite a similar thing with our label, where we actually started it during lockdown. And so we were like obviously putting all this work in for like 18 months and like seeing very little come back from it, because you couldn't obviously go out and do anything. And I carried on saying to the lads, like, if we just stick with this, we'll get out of lockdown, it's going to work well. And like it's been like exactly, yeah. Especially our tunes, mate. The stuff that we come out with, like.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Is it all good?
Yeah.
The mic all good.
Oh, nice one. A bogey one.
Now I want to get into the core of you guys and the music you make. So I had an Irish flatmate that I lived with last year during the pandemic, who was also a big DJ, big producer. He was into all of that. And I'd said to him a few times that I really wanted to come out. He's from Belfast, by the way, so obviously.
Okay, yeah.
Shout out Belfast.
yeah.
And I'd said to him I'd love to go out and like play my music there. It'd be really cool to go out and do that. And his answer was, forget it, not going to happen. And the reason was that he said that essentially in Ireland it's all house and techno. And there's not really a lot of room for the sort of stuff that we do. Mm-hmm. So A, is that true? And B, like, as artists obviously doing that, how has that been trying to build a profile in sort of an environment that's maybe not so welcoming of the sort of music that you do?
Yeah, do you know what, it's probably not that the Irish audience is not welcoming to it, it's just that there's not enough of it.
Right.
The outside of us, very few people do it. Like, we are probably the leaders in that space.
Okay.
In terms of producers, like, we have, like, bass music didn't really exist in Ireland for many years. We had drum and bass nights, jungle nights, and stuff like that. But never garage, you know, no stepper nights, nothing like that.
Yeah.
But that's all changing. The landscape of Irish music is changing for the better. Look, Ireland is open to it, and we're proof of that. Because people connect with our music, people hear the tunes, and they come to the raves, they come to the shows. There's just not enough of it. The more people that are out doing it, the bigger it becomes. Like I see, he hasn't been around for like a lot of the years that I've been producing and making music, but I see Prozac doing his thing now, right? And Prozac is an amazing talent, a really great producer. So, but really and truly, he's second up for years and years in a scene where you're looking around and hoping for more and more artists and producers to come on scene, but it's him and probably me in terms of making bass music in Ireland, you know. Look, it's growing. Listen, bro, if you went, you'd be welcome, and you'd
we look after you. We get you a few creamy Guinness.
Okay, all right.
A lot of gun fingers.
Okay, you're tempting me here. I might have to make a little chip, you know.
Right, listen, you would do well. You would do well in the city. You would do well in the city.
It's a house and techno scene just out of historically. That's just what it was. But really and truly, Irish people love dark, hard, as you go rave music. They're there for the good time, the heavy bass. That's it. So if you spin the right rhythms, it's open for anyone, man, you know.
All right, we might have to make a little.
We're making it happen.
Label school trip over to Ireland. You know?
Steppers are welcome, bro. The steppers are welcome with open arms.
Well, it's great to have you both on the show.
I know, bless up, man. Thank you for having us here, man. Genuinely.
Obviously, very excited to see how the show goes for you guys in London tomorrow.
Thank you, bro.
I'm gonna try to get through for it, but no doubt it's gonna be a big one.
I appreciate you, man.
Now my next guest, who's stepped in at very short notice because you've heard it here first, Jemmy is a and forgot that he was meant to be on today. So shout outs to you, Jemmy. Thanks for this. So we've got Sam Deeley sat in the chair, who has just released a track on my label, our label, Steppers Club, called Where's the Noise. It's been doing really well. It's been good to see. He's an artist that I've spent a lot of time working on over the last couple of years because I think he's got very big potential in the next couple of years to come. But Sam, how you doing, man?
Yes, bro. Thank you for the very nice welcome. And thanks for having me on.
No, of course, man. It's good to see
be
you
here.
Now, obviously, the tune came out a week or two ago. How's the reception been?
Yeah, good. I'm pleased with it. Worked hard on that tune, so yeah, it's good to see it getting a nice response.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. So how did it come about then? Because I remember you sending me like a very early demo of this, like quite a long time ago.
So I mean, the original idea was formed months ago when I was trying to do little TikTok reel style videos.
Right.
And so the original
Sam loves TikTok for anyone listening. Just
I'm trying to understand it, like most of us are, but struggling. But I mean, the original idea came a few months ago of a breaks tune, and then I knew I had a Steppers Club release incoming, so I flipped it into a little speed garage tune, and then I put the break beat over the second drop, and I enjoyed the vibe of it, so I kept it.
Inside the word. Well, obviously recently you had another tune that came out in January for our Steppers Dubs Volume 2 release.
Yes.
Which was the 93 till Infinity edit, which I think it's fair to say has been your most successful tune to date.
Yeah, probably.
Which I think came about as the result of a bit of help from your good
repost,
friend's Disclosure. Can you tell me how that all came to fruition?
So obviously a few months back I won a year ago now, I think.
It's been a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah. I won a Twitch competition, beat making competition with Disclosure, and ever since I've sort of been vaguely in contact with them, and I sent them this tune, and they really liked it, downloaded it, said they were going to play it out, but I haven't seen any clips. But if they have, sick.
Fingers crossed.
But they gave it a little repost on SoundCloud as well, which did bits for the tune. Really gassed about that. Was proper buzzing when that came through.
You've put us all to shame on that release, because we've all got like 5-6k streams on our tracks, and you've got like 20k just sat right there at the top of it. So.
Well, they're all bangers as well, so check them out if you haven't.
Yeah, it's true. Get on the Steppers Dubs. Every single year we put that horrible release out that we need to stop doing. It's very good to have you on as well. Looking forward to getting into the guest mix. No doubt going to hear some new bits from you, which I'm very excited about.
Thank you, bro.
My final guest of the night as I mentioned earlier, he might be the only member of the garage scene with a worse hairline than me.
This guy, the violation already.
We actually worked out the other day that Christian Eriksen, he plays for Brentford, has a combination of both of our hairlines.
I've been here for 2 minutes.
Well, he's a very talented producer. He's also a good friend and a partner in my label, Steppers Club. Well, maybe not after this interview, to be fair. Well, he's a man with many fingers in many pies, and he's got his own events company and house label, Satori, accompanying his involvement in our label, and occasionally he makes a track as well. Minister, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you.
I've just set you up for a disaster here, mate. I'm so sorry.
Set me up.
I was sat in my room earlier writing this, and I was like, yeah, I'm enjoying this song.
I'm very well. Thanks for having me on, mate.
Well, that's the end of the interview. That's all we got time for. So we're gonna
This guy home.
No.
He wants smoke.
Oh dear. Right, so we're here to talk about a track of yours that is on the way very soon. So can you tell us what the track is called, when it's coming out, where it's coming out, and a little bit how it came to be?
Yeah, the track is called Free the Organ. It come about, well, as you know, I had a bit of a hiatus from music. Of
course.
Lost a lot of motivation after lockdown, I'd say. Took a bit of a break out, listened to people around me, yourself, a couple of other producers who were just saying, just give it a go, like, get back into just making music that you enjoy and just strip it back. It doesn't have to be too complicated. Don't try, like, I was trying to make songs and now I'm just making beats and I'm enjoying it. And yeah, the track's called Free the Organ, coming out on Steppers Club 8th of April, I want to say. I think it's coming out soon anyway. And yeah, it's just like, I guess it kind of represents the music I'm making now. A bit more sort of, like a bit more of a blend between garage and house.
Yeah,
like a bit bumpy, quite clubby vibes. And yeah, coming out soon.
Yeah, I think it's it definitely sits kind of in the middle of house and garage, which I think, especially have it like in terms of what you're saying about making songs versus making beats. Like the one thing I did notice when I came to your last Satori event was like all the tunes that were being played were more like beats that you kind of just bop to, rather than, because I feel like garage is it's a peak. And then there's a peak, and then there's a trough, and then it's that sort of thing. Whereas houses, it kind of builds up, and it's just like a bit more like that.
Yeah, they're so related, you know.
Yeah,
of course, yeah. Obviously, there's so much different garage out there to consume, and I love 99% of it. But the stuff that really gets me going is like the groovy sort of a bit stripped back, like bass lines that are gonna kind of jerk your neck a little bit. So yeah, that's the sort of thing I'm going for now.
So how do you find it then, as an artist, kind of operating in both scenes? Like, do you find there's a lot of crossover, or is one quite different from the other? Like,
I'd say they're very different in ways, but I'm not. I'd say I have more of an influencing the garage scene. I have more knowledge about it, whereas house is like, it's so big, you know. It's so, you know, garage can be a little bit saturated because everyone knows everyone.
Yeah.
But yeah, they operate quite differently, I would say. You know, even just the way the club nights go, it's less. I feel like in house the DJs are less of the performers. They're just kind of there. They blend in with the crowd, and they're kind of just playing the music for everyone to groove along to. Whereas the events we play, it's more, I feel like everyone's there just for the artists.
Yeah, big time.
Not just the sounds.
Now, I'll ask you about what you have coming up with Steppers Club, but if you reveal anything that's unannounced, I'll kill you.
True.
So, so what does the future hold for Satori? And obviously, I've seen you guys have started to focus on the releases a little bit more recently. Is that kind of a sign of, you know, what's to come for 2022?
Yeah, definitely. With Satori, like, up until now, we've been going about maybe just over a year and a half, releasing mainly free downloads, but it's helped build a profile massively. And the events at the moment are definitely carrying us. Like, our event profile is way bigger than our actual music releases.
No, your event that I went to popped off. Like, that's one of the better London ones
you.
I've been to. And I'm not just saying that because we're here. So.
Oh, thanks. I'm very gassed, thank you. But yeah, I feel like for us, the main focus now is making an imprint in the actual scene. Like, at the moment, we're a very local brand. If you're from West London and you like house music, you probably know of us, because that's where we operate, that's where we do our thing, and there's not many other brands doing it there. But in the wider scope of things, we haven't really made an in yet.
Right.
So the biggest thing this year is we've got a vinyl release coming out in around August time. Don't want to say too much yet.
Okay.
But yeah, it's actually like a speed garage kind of crossover.
Nice.
And yeah, we're gonna release.
I think I know the tune.
You might do. You might play it later if you're lucky.
Oh wow, that's exciting. Well, we're gonna get into your guest mix later on as well, which I'm very excited about. Obviously, to hear this Speed Garage track that's gonna be coming out soon. So we're gonna get into myself and Mathman in the mix for I think about 20 minutes or so. Before we're going to get into this month's edition of Lyric or Lie. No doubt we've got some stinking lyrics for the game this month.
Great.
And of course we've got a great prize for our guests as well. That's all to play for. But yeah, we've got that. We've got a freestyle from Mango coming up, and we've got guest mixes from Sam, Deeley and Minista as well. So you've got all that to look forward to. It's myself, Zefer, on Reprezent Radio. Keep it locked.
This is what you need.
bringing the vibe. You got my DJ. All the people locked in, locked on. Yo, bringing the vibe. You got my DJ. All the people locked in, locked on. Yo, bringing the vibe. You got my DJ. All the people locked in, locked on. Yo, bringing the vibe. You got my DJ. All the people locked in, locked on. Yo, bringing the vibe. You got my DJ. All the people locked in, locked on. Yo, bringing the vibe. bringing the vibe. You got my DJ. All the people locked in, locked on. Yo, bringing the vibe. You got my DJ. All the people locked in, locked on. Yo, bringing the vibe. You got my DJ. All the people locked in, locked on. Yo, bringing the vibe. All the people locked in, locked on. Yo, bringing the vibe. You got my DJ. Yo, bringing the vibe. Yo, bringing the vibe. You got my DJ. Yo, bringing the vibe. You got my DJ. Yo, bringing the vibe.
Like an old lady in church, we get happy, we bow out.
This one's brand new from me. It's called The Boom Boom. You're going to be seeing it come out a bit later on this year on a label that I'm very excited to be doing a bit of work with. Yeah, back end of 2022 is when I reckon you're going to see this one. So yeah, keep it locked until then.
get come, turn up the dum dum, get come, get come, get come, turn up the dum dum, get come, get come, get come, turn up the dum dum, get come, get come, get come, get come, get come, turn up the dum dum, get come, get come, get come, turn up the get come, get come, get come, get come, turn up the dum dum, get come, get come, turn up the dum.
Alright, Mathman in the mix, that is not allowed. How dare you? Right, we're about to get into Lyrical Live very shortly. I'm going to let this one play out for a bit and then we're going to crack on. Right, well, it's that time of the show where we are going to be playing a little game. I don't know if they might pick that up, but Mathman said he thinks he's going to be bad at this, so we're going to find out. So, for regular listeners of the show, you'll know that this game is called Lyric or Lie. But for new listeners, I'm going to give you a quick rundown of how it works. So, the game Lyric or Lie combines the intuition of MCs and the genre knowledge of UK garage DJs to suss out whether I am sharing a lyric or a lie. Now, as we all know, old school UK garage tracks are known to include a variety of outrageous lyrics that have been known over the years to raise an eyebrow or two. Now, today, I'm going to read out 5 lyrics to my guests, and they're going to have to work together to decide whether they think I'm telling them a real old school garage lyric or if I'm reading out a bare-faced lie. But I'll never lie to you guys, right?
We don't believe you.
Now, to make it more interesting, every month my guests are going to be playing for a prize supplied by an establishment from the local cuisine on offer in London, and I don't know where it is in the studio. Any help from my team? Max, do you know where it is? You got it? Just back there. I'm going to wait for Charlie to... Sorry, that wasn't very professional. There's about 5 chips left because I think Max has been eating these all evening, or someone's been eating them anyway. So yeah, we got a big budget on the show, so we've got some cold, half-eaten chips from around the corner. There's about one. There's about one for each of you there. So.
Did you pick that up on the street?
I don't know. It's Max's fault. It's my producer, so he can blame it. So yeah, to win this outstanding prize, you have to get at least 3 answers correct. And if you don't, then it's going to be going back in the freezer until next month. There's 5 lyrics, and you have to get 3 right. Okay.
All right. And we're working together, yeah?
Yeah, you're all working together. You've got to discuss between you whether you think it's real or not.
Okay.
All right. Are we ready to get into the first lyric of the game?
Let's go, bro.
All right.
Let's go.
Sip champagne in the rain. For a change, racks on my brain. Your bars are lame. My bars are insane. We ain't the same. Lyric or lie?
I think that is.
That's a lyric, bro.
I think that is. I've recognised it.
You're lame.
I can't tell you where. I can't tell you where.
This feels familiar.
Bro, I've sipped champagne in the rain, so I know that this.
Alright, come on.
This Donny's speaking my language here. You know what I'm saying?
It also could be Isaac just sitting there like thinking, I'm gonna get these guys.
I've got a lot of free time.
I might have to nick
Yeah.
That's cold. I'm saying lyric.
I'm saying lyric. Should we go lyric?
Yeah.
I'm going to be controversial and say lie, just in case it.
No, we have to agree.
It's all down on you. I'm saying lyric or lie.
This guy.
Well, if I say lie, it's 2 on 2, so it makes no sense. So we're gonna go.
He's gonna gamble.
Lyric.
So you're locking that in.
Locked.
That's a lie.
I'm going home.
You're leaving
Aer Lingus, first flight out of here.
With every show we do this,
Champagne.
with every show we do this, I have growing hope that I can become an MC.
Brother, you might get the feature on the next tape, man. That was hard, kind of.
Okay, well, our guests are off to a bad start, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That's 0 out of 1.
It's not gonna get any better, bro.
I mean, to be fair, like you'd obviously want to up your game to be winning these fine.
Yes, come on.
And I'm starving, so like this is like I need this, bro.
Okay, all right.
Need that one chip.
We're gonna get there. All right, the second lyric. Zimmer, get up, make you quiver, cruising right behind you in my bimmer. Lyric or lie?
It's too. I don't know, man. It's somebody just jacking. Do you know what I mean?
But that jack has been done a few times.
No.
The heat's on.
Can you repeat the lyric, please?
I can. Zimmer,
Zimmer.
get up, make you quiver, cruising right behind you in my bimmer.
To be
Bro,
fair, I
that's
reckon
a lie,
lyric.
bro.
I'm getting
I could be
goosebumps
wrong.
now.
I was wrong last time. I completely steered the ship.
My
right
head
now.
is thinking lyric because the last one was a lie, but I know it doesn't work like
Are you
that.
second guessing it? Yeah, okay.
Oh,
okay.
who's opening the notes app and writing the word quiver?
I think it might be a female MC.
Maybe.
Even
No,
still,
garage
bro.
MCs will say anything. They'll
No,
literally
bro.
say anything. They don't care what words. If it rhymes, it
But
rhymes.
I'd also say
I was
lyric,
right last
so you
time.
never know.
And I'm going to put on the table lyric.
Should we go with Sam? I say
He
was
knows
right
what
last
he's
time.
at.
Hey, listen.
I'm with you, bro. I fully back
Lyric.
you.
We're going lyric.
Yeah,
I
no,
bow my
Locked
head.
in.
I bow my head.
All right.
Come on.
I know garage.
In the pocket. In the pocket.
So the motto of that is just listen to whatever Sam says.
Sam knows what he's
Bro,
at.
the heat's on for you
Should
now,
we just
bro.
go
Yeah,
downstairs?
we'll
Go
chill
to
out.
the
We go for a
bar?
point, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we go for a point.
Right, that's 1 out of 2. Congrats. Let's get a round of applause.
50%, baby.
We got one right.
50%.
See, to be fair, like you lot can get away with it. Mango, you're an MC. You know, I'm expecting better.
I only
from you.
really listen to myself.
He's one of them.
You better have one of his lyrics, man.
yeah. So we did the homework.
Yeah, the next one coming up is one of yours.
Yeah.
I might get that wrong, bro.
Right, so you got 1 out of 2. We're gonna get into the third lyric. Okay. One time for the rude aunties in the club. Lyric or lie?
That's a.
Bro, that's
I'm
hard.
stumped
no,
there.
that's
I'm
not hard.
stumped.
That's
What did he say?
fucking-
One time for the
One
rude.
time for the rude aunties in the club, bro.
Surely,
That's my mindset.
even if
every
he
time I
says
go clubbing,
lie,
bro.
there is a tune out there.
I'm
that
trying to
says-
find out
I can hear Big Nasty spit that bar, man. I can hear him say that.
Say the lyric again, please.
In an MC voice.
Yeah.
One time for the rude aunties.
Aunties in the
That
club.
kind of sounded a bit Russian, rather.
It sounds
than
like an intro. It sounds like it's someone
Sounds
introducing
better.
the
Sam,
track.
you do it.
Yeah.
Sam,
That sounds like more of
you've
a
got good
toasty
MC
thing.
voice.
One time for the rude aunties in the club.
Okay.
Alright, Sammy, what are we saying, bro?
Yeah, we don't have a decision anymore.
Me and Sam rigged it beforehand.
I don't know
so,
about
yeah.
that one. I'm thinking like that's. I don't know.
It
could be
sure,
anything.
There is a song that says that. 100%.
Rude aunties. Listen, I don't know. I thought Quiver was mad. Rude aunties. Anyway, saying nothing.
Aunties.
What are we doing? Heads or
Aunties.
tails?
I'm gonna say lie, but I don't know.
I say we go with Sam. He's
What do
been
you think? You think it's a
100%
lyric?
correct.
I thought it was a lyric. Yeah, my gut is telling me it's a lyric, but Sam has been leading this charge.
Let's go with Sam.
He's
Let's
been
go with Sam.
representing.
Don't ruin my streak.
Yeah, no, we're gonna go with Sam. We're gonna say no.
Lies.
Lies.
Yeah, it's a lie. Well done.
Yes, the Sam boy.
Give us them
on.
chips.
Yo, shout out to
Why are
aunties,
you
though.
getting
One
up? You
time
were
for
saying
the
it was
rude
real.
aunties in the club.
Oh, yeah, someone's
I
definitely
back
said
Sam.
that.
I back Sam 100%. Whatever I say.
Pick up all the rude aunties.
Shout
That
out.
will be a lyric somewhere.
Yeah, it is now.
Right, we're going to get into the fourth lyric. You've only got to get one right out of the next two to win the prize. So you're doing well. You're doing
Cold
very
chips
well.
on the way, boys. Come on.
Okay. Why don't you call me back? Looked at my phone. Mum rang. That's whack. Lyric or lie?
that's too. I'm thinking like just because I think I don't know whack the word whack. I'm not hearing that.
That sounds like something Isaac would say.
That's like American hip hop
says
kind of vibes. Yeah.
He's like whack. He's typing that.
Whack. Nah.
But it's so sweet. Ish bar.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't know. I feel like maybe no, not for me.
You going no?
I'm saying no, it's a lie.
It's whack. Yeah, who's saying whack right now?
That's whack.
Yeah.
That's
Lie.
whack. That's a lie. That's
Oh
whack.
no, he's got a rhythm ready.
Our guests have won the prize.
Fighting for me dinner.
I never got
hang
one wrong.
on. We got one more lyric.
Okay.
And this is to put
Victory
you
lap.
joint top of the leaderboard with I think Shosh and Smokey Bubble B got 4 as well. No,
Let's do
Kieran
this.
and
pretty
MPH
well
got
last-
4. Yeah.
yeah.
Josh and Smokey got 3. Kieran and MPH got 4. So this is going to put you tied second or tied first.
Okay.
It's very important. This is more important than the prize even.
No, for real.
No one's got
this
5
is for glory.
yet.
This is
no one's-
reputation.
This is glory.
You're going to go back to Ireland with your heads hanging in shame. If you get this
And 2 chips in my pocket.
That's the main thing.
My mum made it.
Right, the final lyric. I don't want no STDs. I'm too clever. That would be silly. Lyric or lie?
I haven't. None of the lyrics he said I've heard.
He wouldn't make that up.
Do you want me to say it?
I
Do you
don't
want me to
know,
say it
he
again?
would. He definitely
Do you want me
would.
to repeat it? Sorry. Did you not
Repeat
hear
it
I thought you didn't hear
10
it. Okay.
times.
I don't want no STDs, as in a sexually transmitted disease.
Oh, thank you.
If-
Thanks
just in
for
case
clearing
you
that up,
know.
mate.
I can relate to that.
I'm too clever. That would be silly. Lyric or lie?
I'm too clever. That would be silly.
I want no STDs.
But there's no rhyme there at all.
That would be clever. It's like a play on words, I think.
I'm trying to see how that would flow.
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Is there any That's too silly. You could do it.
No one wants a STD. Like, who would want that?
But who thinks they're too smart to get one?
Yeah, that's a good point.
What I'm saying right now.
Speak on it.
It's the oracle talking.
I think Isaac he's too clever to make something that.
True.
Radio.
That
Let me do that
dreadful.
again. I think Isaac is too clever to make something that bad.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
So we going with bar?
I disagree with Sam.
Oh. Ouch.
What do you think, Mathman? Lyric or lie?
I don't think anyone would say, like, I don't want an STD. No one wants it. It's not like, that doesn't hold weight, you know?
Who's
Radio.
I've had 2 points. Who's in the bar in these times? You know what I mean?
It's true. It is true.
Well, let's keep it PG. Come on,
Okay. You know what?
Stay in the safe zone.
My mum's listening to this.
Yo, big up Zefer's mum, man.
Yeah, big up Zefer's mum.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna take it out because I don't know. I actually don't know. I'm gonna just step.
It's on you. You haven't
It's
rolled
on
the
you
dice.
two. You guys decide.
I trust in you. You've been leading the pack.
All right. We're locking in this bar.
Lyric. We're locking in.
Lyric.
Yeah, boy.
That's exactly how I was spitting in my head.
Yeah, there you
So
go.
I mean, honestly, I think Nicky and Nike are gonna hate me by this point because every show we've done has featured a lyric from this song. it's filled with gold, and I've got to keep going back.
The royalties are coming in nice.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah.
And can we just keep it real as well? It should actually just be Sam on the top of that leaderboard.
Yeah.
Man. We had absolutely nothing.
Alright, well, let's big it up to
do
Sam
with that.
and the whole group.
I'll take all the chips.
Yes.
Well,
you can have the chips.
So we're gonna get into a freestyle from Mango very shortly, and we're gonna play. Oh yeah, we got the prize. I completely forgot about that. Well, yeah, enjoy that.
Let's get involved.
So shortly before we get into the freestyle, we're gonna play just one tune, so we can change up the studio a bit and get the camera angles right and everything. Maybe 2 tunes is what my producer's telling me. But the first one of these potentially 2 tunes we're going to play is something that got sent to the Steppers Club group chat this morning. So Sam Deeley, who's in the studio with us today, released a track called Where's the Noise? And a fan called KDG has sent this pretty incredible edit. I'm not even going to say anything about it. I'm just going to play it and you can listen and observe and enjoy. So yeah, we're going to get into that. Freestyle from Mango coming very soon as Zefer on Reprezent Radio. Keep it locked.
body. You know, move it nice and sweet and sassy. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it. I like to move it, 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 move it. I got the feeling. Come back to me.
Ginger.
Where's the noise?
I like to move it, move it. I like to.
Right, this, big us KDG. The studio's still erupted on that one. We're gonna let it run.
Ginger.
Where's the noise?
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it. Original good body make a man mad about the cure. And you don't need no makeup. Original good body make a man mad. Eyeliner. When you face a make man mad up, nose powder. When you face a make man mad up, like your eyebrow. When you face a make man mad up, girl your lip. Man mad up. Woman in it. Nice hip, make same lip. Woman that nice and you don't get thick. Make your body ocean to the big tight and then woman that nice fast face. And a nice hip, make but flip and bust same lip. Woman that nice and you don't get thick. Make your body ocean to the big tight and then go. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it. I like to. I like to. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it, move it, move it, move it, move it.
I am a queen, so where's my crown? See with the beat.
Right, well, it's time to get into my favourite part of the show. We're going to get a bit of quiet in the studio.
Yeah! What's up? Shut up!
Right, so we're getting into my favourite part of the show. We've got Mango all the way from Dublin, who's going to be jumping on a freestyle, myself in the mix.
What's happening?
You ready to get it, man?
Yeah, man.
All good? Got
the Ryanair flight over just for this, bro.
Okay.
Yeah. Lyrically fit, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna put you in with a new one for myself.
Okay.
So I need
I better do it right. Okay then.
All right, let's get into it.
Yeah. This Mango from MXM, Mango with Mathman. Dublin City's finest, undefeated. You're locked in now with Zefer. Reprezent Radio. Make some noise in the studio. Where we at, boys? Yo, can I get some more beat in my headphones, please, boss man? Yeah. Look. I ride with the bang. Everybody now knows I'm in the dance. I get the crowd hype as a plan. Top marks when I vibe with the man, but yeah. Guess who's back? When Hennessy buys just like Tupac. Dress fresh, let me get 2 snaps. When I steps on dubs, they step to that now. Now I'm calling the shots. No, we're not calling the cops. Round here, it's all gone to the dogs. But we're not calling the cops. Head high, water with the bop. Wanna chop me down, but I'm not gonna stop. I blew up the club with Mathman. I threw up at the door like that, man. Salute to the radio, Mathman. Come true with the dope for Batman. Said that I catch them all, them not picky. Said that I spit in the raw, they're no biggie. Said that I kick them a door, they're no biggie. My mates put tricks in the bars, they're no biggies. Paddy rap flow, they take to the Mickey. Spit one with me, not taking the Mickey. You want with me? She's taking the Mickey. A quickie, we're biggie, then you're looking for the hickey there. Then I'm on to the next thing. Stem bill, but I'm constantly flexing. The Ray-Bans on with the fresh trim. Mango's the dawn, don't test them. But I'm grind. Look. You're far, I'm the mind of the year. Only one bad man here. Only see him when I stand in the mirror. Pull I beat you like you're all man of the fear. Lips waving, son, you wanna fix them. Complain to the festivals I play, never picks them. Go on and complain to them. When I'm busting out radio and Brixton. Take names when I'm giving up. Great change when I'm ringing them up. Drinking my cup, this ginger is nuts. Living it up, come kick it with us, y'all. Round 2, come up for survivors. Put up the rhythm and put up the lighters. Jump on the rhythm just to prove I'm the livest. Jump on the rhythm, touch mic like Midas. When I'm twisted and faded, I celebrate like I made it. Man, I'm lifted and wasted. I knock out Hayes, no David. Here, now what you mean? Don't give me what you mean. You don't know what I mean. You're the sick one here, but the one look a green. I'm the dope one here, but you look like a fiend, boy. I'm rapping, not cause I rap fast, I'm rapping. Like time for the past, I'm rapping. Man, go bring it back, I'm rapping, yeah. Cause I'm rapping, not cause I rap fast, I'm rapping. Like time for the past, I'm rapping. Man, go bring it back, look. I rip shows, kick tick-toes and the tick-toes. Every chick close, night roll, dick throw. Take a cut of ditch throw. Like a click show, fit yo's hanging up my hip though. Nah, you don't get it, man, no. Check the method, man, no. Check the record, man, the red man blew it up like whatever, man, I never ask respect. I get it when I'm cashing a check. I run you at a dance in a sec. Nothing to my face, you're a sham in a net, boy. And I'm a don like Vito. And every song gets a reload. You can't be talking to me though. Heartless when I stomp on the ego. Only man, a double C-I-T-Y. When I rhyme, cup of tea rewinds. And I know you all see why. Sitting on top of the charts before tea time. Summertime comes and I'm on tour. And every night is an encore. Shell down all night, crowd still want more. I'm on the grind, so you better be on yours. Only hustlers win, you should've known that. I got classics, you got throwbacks. I body a show, right toe tags. Everybody better know more Mango's back. But I'm rapping, not cause I rap fast, I'm rapping. Man, go bring it back, I'm rapping. Reprezent Radio, we rapping. Get it, eh? Yeah, we're live in the mix right now. Sweating bullets, Dublin City, what's up? Give me the hefty, give me the hefty, give me the hefty. I'm a roller, I'm a rock and roller, I'm a rock and roller. I'm full of cider and sweating. Yeah. That's to everybody locked in. Look. I'm a rock and roller, mic controller. Clean with the good energy like solar. Colder than a toenail of a polar. Used to rock red butters with my bowler. Speaking of roller, stinky don't roller. Make a rave bubble like a can of cola. 2-step classic like a remix shoulder. Old school up front just like Zola. Yeah, a bad boy since a stroller. Now that I'm older, chip on my shoulder. Heavyweight title holder, frontline soldier. Umbro jersey, flip Motorola. Please act like I told ya. Dozens to bumper, still in the folder. Said I rock steady but I roll like a boulder. Said I rock steady but I'm a not cider. And
with the rider. Pop into the shops with my socks and my cider. Skins, munch, stick back a cider. I save your skin, but I nick your lighter. You thought your man was fly until he got spun like a spider. I'm not a hider, I'm a non-sighter. Mutts on the guest list, Henny on the rider. White boy, gotta stay white at these greasy chaps that move like vipers. This red cat got my stripes and a tiger. Jump on the mic, I'm a good vibe provider, a VIP, but I'm still an outsider. Got a buzz on the back of a street fighter. Spinning any man when I'm spitting in the cipher. I've never been a fighter. Top five with it, always see me in the rave like I'm covered in Dayglow. Siempre escapando, ese fuego. Get the gap for wheels like Windabagos. I'm on a better lookout for the plain clothes, Lord. My track is immaculate, mind of the years to the number one candidate. Hand to the classics, and I still bang in the state. And I don't the tongue like Zackerman. Amen. Get the buzzer quicker like a pepper right there. Just say man, can look the mate man. It's amazing, this the way I pay rent. I put food in my grid, pints in my belly. When I was 19 I said I give a welly. On my mind swipe every time I'm on the telly. That white always me like I'm Balotelli. I'm a risk taker, big tune maker, chest play shaker. I'm Roomba, yeah.
Alright, we'll go on.
Let me start again. Yeah. Dublin City in the gaff, baby. Reprezent Radio, live and direct. Sweating. I'm a risk taker, big tune maker, chest play shaker, and rule breaker. Make you twist up your face like Jaeger. Put the work in all night like a baker. Originator, smooth operator, money generator, true innovator. Public enemy number one with the flavor. New tracks in with the OG trainer. Fell melt, keep a fresh fade, and they all said they wouldn't knock, kick a miss fader. No hustle at the cut off my labor. Trying to be a great, don't scoff at the paper. Rhyme gladiator, swine gladiator. Miles off me, but I want to be neighbors. A busy man gotta go and chat years later. A busy man gotta go and chat years later. Yeah, we loving our mix right now. Incredible vibes. Yeah. Look, where we going? With the next thing, boy, selector. Look, here we go. Mango Mathman, live and direct, Dublin City. Big business. Reckless. Give me 2 secs and I wreck this. Rave, they text me for guesses. Too bad shaking up the whole chest. Get it. It's 2 wheel-ups. Let me see if I get another. I wonder what a guy from Ireland sounds like rapping. And I go for you. I deal, but no, excusez-moi. Excuse my French. Yeah. This for the paddies in London. Give me that, look. Isn't it? Reckless. Give me 2 secs and I wreck this. Rave, they text me for guesses. Too bad shaking up the whole chest. Get there. Imposters. Among those acting like mobsters. 2 bars fit up the postures. 2 bob, they're nothing but washers. Look, but my bangers and the digital dash. So I'm on the rock in the lyrical clash. Do a acapella or rhythm and cash. But give it a lash or give it a pass. So we can do it north side, down, stick 'em a dash. We can do it old school, just pick 'em a hash. We can do it north side, just stick 'em a dash. So give it a lash or give it a pass. Look, when I link up, double put up your drink up. I'm the number one when they think of them MCs. They talk when they think, but I'm the last of a dying breed. But still you see me like Stella G. In my 5 lemons and my go G's. With rapping in my chest, where on my own tees. Man goes here, still on the mission. So don't hear, hope that they listen. Hold on here, know that they listen. Don't out here, they know that they listen. Look, this ain't the life for you. I get more reloads in time crisis too. And I can't believe all that I've been through. It's a miracle that I still smiling too. Way! Oh, dear the gods. Let's set that one right. I'll catch it. I'm gonna bring up some old school bars to this. I'm bringing up the phone, boys. I'm full of sweat. I leave it. Look. I am what I am, man with the plan. All the you lads just shine for the gram. Can't understand how a gang got a dope in the palm with the hands like Carlos back with a bang. You must have missed it, don't get it twisted. Spitting ballistics, kill 4 MCs in the top 5 list, kid. Go in the distance. I'm a ones and twos, Mathman propping them pumping tunes for the lads in the back and the young ones do. His stage get paid cause they come to do when and I think it's gas. Drop 2 bars and I spin these chaps. Drop 2 bars and I chin these saps. Boy, better get your thinking caps cause you will not win this clash. I'm Dublin saver, old school waver, worst behavior. Jesus pal, that's Nick F. Stadium. Kid you pal, it's a nixer. Straight shot cause you know these mixer. Get it in with the mic on the mixer. 2 decks side to side, dot the ritter. Oi oi. Better watch the sus. Ops over there and they're watching us. Girls over here wanna talk to us, man. We got three.
You're getting me gas, man. You're getting me gas.
He was like, can you please stay for 20 minutes? I was like, I'll spit all night, brother. Grease. MXM. Dublin City represent. Better watch the subs. Ops over here when they're watching us. Girls over here wanna talk to us. Man, I wasn't even bothered, I just copped the look. I got the smoke, so no, I don't sell it. Mathman, give me the beat and said shell it. No better man since you, we some fella. No better than the red young fella. Now I'm getting busy cause I'm popular. Or is it that I'm busy cause I'm popular? And on the rhythm of a lyrically pop picture. Wanna biggin' up my city cause it's popping up. I am the boogeyman, they don't talk of. Candyman, say my name and I pop up. No J, no Drake, they don't talk of. Say my name, no you're not good. You're a spoofer, you're a washer, a tin roofer. You're a gumshoe, you're a goofer. Mate, what am I afraid of you for? I'm just living my life, I'm all blessed. I just killed the Raven progress. I just killed the Raven progress. But I don't take no shit, so don't stress. Look, I'm just one ginger. Light up, yeah, I'm a lung singer. Full track jacket like a dub ninja. Cause I jump on the mic, cause I jump on the mic like a mad thing. Every time I jump on the mic, it's a mad thing, yeah. Jump on the mic like a mad thing. Every time I jump on the mic, it's a mad thing, yeah. Woo. Wetbox City. Hey. Listen.
Well, that's my last one that I'm gonna give you.
Okay, this one's nice. This one's nice. I do the chest out thing. Get right on the rhythm. Hey, on the rhythm. Man go Mathman, Dublin City, boxing off London. Look. Gangs all around, castle it down. Y'all passed him about, flagging this. I'm the shot in the town now. Get a slap of the pound. Beating happening now. Brothers on the street got a slap in the pound. Hustling for years and it's happening now. You know what I'm like, hate cash in my count. You know what I'm like, make cash in my count. You know what, make hit pass with a pound. Go. I'm a click, I still stick it to the script. Big up my people, listening to this. Tongue stay sharp and the lyrically fit. And they see me on a set, getting busy with a kid. Text from my ex and I'm giving it a miss. Fuck that, mate, she's stiffer for that. I'm a free man now, not tripping on it. They're there now, so we finished to the drinks and we stepped out, decked out. Headed to the bar with my chest out. They don't wanna test with the best out. But nevertheless, we gon' get down. Stepped out, decked out. I'm headed to the bar with my chest out. They don't wanna test with the best out. And nevertheless, look. You play the gangster, I play the geezer. You play the dealer, you play the EJ. I buy this for another 2 breezers. Cold like freezer, chillin' like Caesar. Now the whole crew is in the club. Pass me the mic and I do it for the dub. Pass me the Henny and throw it in my cup. Sounds like rocker track suit up in the club and no one said nothing to me. All the doorman bullying when they're looking at me. Man, the neck on me, you wouldn't believe. I walk a rap PT, got Dublin to me. Cause I rap for the lads, rap for the mutts, rap for the trans, rap for the lot. If it's them next end, then the session is up. If they're letting this in, then we're wrecking the shops and I'm acting like the king of the place. Baby, wind down me, wanna grip on the waist and let's work it out when bring up the bass. Bring up going fingers when they bring the bass. Sing a warm one tune when we dipping it now. Texting around trying to figure this out. I've a guy here sorta so I figure this out. Gotta make a move cause I figure this out. And we stepped out, decked out. Headed to the bar with my chest out. They don't want to test with the best out, but nevertheless, we're gonna get down. Man, go Mathman. Big up everybody in the studio tonight. What's happening? Sweating. Say nothing.
What messing about? I didn't know Dublin had this in it. You know, this.
Dublin City, undefeated, brother. Thank you for having me, man.
Yeah, no, great to have you, lads. Great to have you, lads. That was sick. I enjoyed that a lot. So, we're gonna get into the final part of the show now. We've got Sam Deeley stepping up in the guest mix. Sam, you got anything for us special that you want to talk about?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm going to be dropping a few new ones, so look out for them. And yeah, thanks for having me down again. Excited to get into the guest mix.
All right, let's get into it. It's Sam Deeley in the guest mix with Zefer on Reprezent. Keep it locked. All yours.
From north, south, east and west. From the body look good, I know you have the God bless.
Enter in the dance, plug it in and we begin. Crowd up in the center, they watch with the rhythm. Watch the way we drop it in a mix time. Rise and amplifying when we come in with the swing. Just follow the pattern naturally harmonizing. Time into position, we synchronize things. Live from outer ghetto, we maximize it. Sound of the move. Super styling.
Sound check. Soul Supreme, do them sound check after. One song you want to play, anything you want to play. Sound check.
One Mash up. Original. Get it. Mash up. Mash up. Get. Mash up. Mash up. Mash up. Mash up. Get. Mash up. Mash up.
Original.
Dollar 7 digits, call her Bridget, her man's a midget. Plus she got friends, yo, I can dig it. Here's a 40 swig it, you know it's frigid. I got him chillin' in the cooler, break out the ruler. Damn, that's the fattest dog I ever seen. The weather's keen and Cali getting weeded makes it feel like Maui. Now we feel the good vibrations. So many females, so much I get inspired by the blunts too. I'll front you if you hang with a bunk crew. I roam the strip for bones to pick. When I find one, I'm gonna take her home and quickly do this. I need not explain this. A plus is famous, so get the anus.
Hey miss, who's there? I'm through there, no time to do hair. The flicks at 8, so get straight. You look great, let's grub now. Or rub down some flavor later, there's the theater. We in the gut, the cinema was mediocre. Take it to the crib so I can stroke it.
Kids get broke for their skins when I'm in close range. I throws game at your dip like handball, cause the man's all that, all that. I'm D to chill from 93 till. This is how we chill from 93 till. This is how we chill from 93 till.
This is how we chill from 93 till.
School's in session, but I'm freshin'. Rapping, so I take time off to never rhyme. So I'm off on my own shit with my own clip. Roaming the back rows with a fat stove in blunts. Folding blunts. Holding stats captive with my persona. Plus a bomb, testing my patience. But I stay fresh and
resting at the mall. Attendance are annoyed, but I am shopping for my winter exploits. A few fits, some new kicks. I often do this cause it's the pits not being dipped.
Flip the flyer, attire, female desire. Baby, you can step to this if you admire the extraordinary dapper rapper. Keep tabs on your main squeeze before I tap. I'm attacker with the smoothness. I do this, leave it what my crew gets. Loot, props, respect, and blunts to pass. Crews talk shit, but in my face they kiss my ass. They bite flows, but we make up new ones. If you really don't, why ain't you signed yet? But I get my loot from Dive Zomba. I'm a bomb ya. You will see from This is how we feel from 93 till. This is how we feel from 93 till.
This is how we chill from 93 till. Just pulling out, you know what I'm saying? But who's chilling around the land? Who's chilling? Tell me who's chilling in that. Yo, Pep Love, you gotta be chilling. Hey yo, man, my man Snoop is chillin', man. Yo, Mike G, you know he's here chillin'. Yeah, my man Mike P, you know we gotta chill. Hey, my man Domino, yo, he's chillin'. Yeah, it's like that. Right. You know what I'm saying? Peace.
Enough to start it off, you will see, baby. Break some strawberries and the Hennessy. We can make love endlessly. Do it, strawberries. Strawberries on top of me. Strawberries. Strawberries on top of me. Strawberries. Strawberries on top of me. That's the way I love fashion. Let me get the way. Strawberries on top of me. That's the way. Strawberries on top of me. That's the way. Strawberries on top of me. That's the way I love
fuck Brock, I'm living it up. Yeah, come through way too sick with it. Muscle up in my glass, I'm sipping it. Kicking it, going for Luna, future billing it. Spaceman, trust me, OCB, I'm feeling it. No love, trust me, B, I'm sick of it. One touch control and dribble it up to my bedroom. Her tracksuit, unzipping it. All I hear, bare chat, you just talk, living it. I see my magnum, she licking it, flicking it. Not nice, be goodbye, gone binning it. Move free, just a couple of UKGs, MK, Kobe, JT, just hustling tunes lately. Just you wait, see, she looking for games, now can't play me. Living up lean, bro. I stay red like Pinot. She tastes sweet like San Pellegrino. Getting her wet like miso. Say nada, no Valentino. Better know she liking the pheno. She blow smoke it up and I reload. Blaze mornings, run up the Vido. Nothing's out of my league, bro. Flow locks, I'm leveling up. UKG, my medicine Dutch. No trust, TT, backflip it and duck. Unique, no big, no similar stuff. Fill up, I'm filling my cup. Fuck Brock, I'm living it up. Yeah. If you're joking, crowd separate me. MK wavy, pay me. Mamacita serenade me. Ziploc weighty, medicating on the daily. Step in the place like Uzi. Strap fruity, can't move me like Benucci. Spaceman doing up Moonji. Yeah. Man on the cash and BTC. Don't rap but fuck all the BTP. Keep my eye red like BBC. Want the money in hand, make P repeat. Never panicking like VVD. Nothing good ever comes easy, B. Sipping it cold. Cooking up beat, sweet cinnamon flow. Faded, thinking how can I take it? Blaze it, going places in my spaceship. Basic, same family when I make it. Shots, I'm leveling up. UKG, my medicine Dutch. Don't trust DT, backflip it and duck. Unique, no big, no similar stuff. Fill up, I'm filling my cup. Fuck Brock, I'm living it up.
is what it is.
It is what it is.
Well, it's been myself, Zefer, on Reprezent Radio. You've just been listening to Minista in a mix for the last 20 minutes or so. He's actually a good DJ, I'll give him that one. Yeah, we're going to be back next month. And goodness me, I'm very excited about the guests we got next month. Yeah, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate all the support we're getting on the show. There's only more to come.